everyone! Zantok here with Star Gaming, and welcome back to more Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. Alright, well, it's class trial time. They didn't let us, do our usual, hey, hang out before the entrance and then talk to everybody next time thing. They kind of just like, no, everybody goes in the bear's mouth right now. So, a little bit rude, but, So, we've had our investigation. We've had some interesting revelations come out of it. And let's chat a little bit, okay? Let's chat. Oh, it won't be that. What?
No.
Well, too bad. I'm in charge, not you. So, first thing I want to mention, Hajime not being an ultimate. Yeah, we kind of saw that coming. As soon as they're like, hey, there's a reserve course, and you should know something about it. And also, us not knowing what we are is like, okay, you could have made that a little less. Like, just take out the line of Monokuma saying, oh, but you should know more than anyone. Remove that line, it's severely improved. Because you do have to kind of hint that you have to say that there's a sort of reserve course before you say, oh, you were part of it. Because otherwise it's just like, what do you mean I'm part of it? I didn't even know this existed.
Right.
But Monokuma pretty much told us that we were part of it. Like, come on. Like, that could have been handled a little bit better. Also, like as I mentioned, I honestly don't like the idea of a reserve course. I understand the explanation for it in the last chapter, or last episode, I mean. But considering it was not at all hinted in the first game, unless there's something I severely missed, I'm a little annoyed by it, because you'd think, when she remembered, oh right, my dad's the headmaster, you'd think that Kyoko would fucking mention something about it.
That's a very good point.
Or, one of these other people who was a fucking Post Peak nerd would be like, oh yeah, the reserve course. Makoto could be like, man, this place is really cool. Well, but I'll never get in, so I guess I can at least do the exam. But no, nothing like that. What the fuck?
Okay,
and
fair
don't feed
enough.
me some bullshit of, oh, their memories were taken of it existing. Don't insult my intelligence. Let's be honest here. The developers didn't have that idea yet. Which is fair. But that's the problem when you look at things from a reality outside the game perspective and then also try and come up with an explanation of in-lore. It's like in the first Harry Potter book, when Harry and company go to tell Dumbledore about the stone being taken, and McGonagall tells us like, oh, he's not here. He went on a broom to go see the ministry. And in the very next book, we learn that fireplace teleportation is a thing. Well, why didn't he just do that? Why did he ride a fucking broom across the country? Yeah. So I get that, but I'm still minorly annoyed by it. Also, the ultimate weapon. I want to touch on that a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So, as Nagito, we got to experience the final dead room and enter the octagon. And I have to say, when I saw the gun before we had the whole Russian roulette reveal, I thought that was the ultimate weapon. It was like, yeah, you can shoot somebody dead. I call that an ultimate weapon. Sure, that makes sense to me. But that wasn't it. And Nagito was just like, yeah, nothing in here really seems like an ultimate weapon to me. An axe, chains, knives, none of that's ultimate. But I had a thought about what I think the ultimate weapon is. I think it's a very easy answer. It's knowledge, bitch. What can help you better kill someone than knowledge? It's how you know where to go, how to deal with them, what they're weak to, how to get them alone. Knowledge is more helpful than anything else. Also, the whole apparently he can teleport through the two houses now thing. That's another contender for ultimate weapon, I have to say. Which, speaking of, I mentioned before the investigation started that I was not buying at all the apparent excuse that they were probably going to try and make us think, oh, it's somebody in Grape House, because that's how the tower is set up. And I was like, I'm just going to preemptively not believe that bullshit and start suspecting Strawberry House. And then as we get into it, we're just like, oh, the elevator is broken. It was broke on the Grape House side? Oh, no. It must have been someone over there. I was like, yeah, this is sus, but I'm still not believing it. But I wasn't really sure about the whole, hey, Fuyuhiko should have seen anybody leaving thing. But then, Nagito could teleport? Which I still don't understand. I'm thinking it's just a tunnel between the two portraits of the founder. I'm thinking that's what it is, and Hajime's dumbass just didn't notice somebody crawling out of a picture frame. But actually, no, that can't make sense either, because Fuyuhiko's in the lounge where the picture is. So I'm not sure. Maybe it is actually a picture. I don't know. So, things are fucking weird in this place.
Can I just say one thing to make it slightly easier for you then? Like, that's just them entering a room, how it looks, because, like, that's the same kind of way like a character would have popped up if they, like, say, walked up to the park in Jabberwock Park or something. So he didn't materialize out of thin air or something like that.
Well, that's fair. There's still some way that he's able to travel back and forth beyond using the elevator or the tower. So there is still something there, which the killer could have done to not get spotted by Fuyuhiko.
Okay.
So there is still something there. If it's not teleportation, that makes things less of a headache, so that's nice to know. But I still wonder, like, well, but how are they getting around? And honestly, I feel like suspicion just gets further and further on fucking Fuyuhiko. Because, again, Nagito going to the final dead room tells us that, well, it wasn't him. Fuyuhiko, again, you know, he's trying to atone for the whole Teko shit, and he was dealing with the clock. Which, there's something wrong with the times on the clock. I feel like somebody messed with the time, because it didn't match with Nekomaru's clock. Well, that's not correct. That's not correct. Nekomaru's clock was stopped, but when the time happened, everybody else was seemingly dealing with the clock, which, something weird's there. Something weird's there. But then it's also Gundam, who is, again, sir not appearing in this game. Because he hasn't. Let's be real. The last thing I want to read before we get in here. There was some weird revelation with the tower, because before we were just like, oh yeah, you know, it's the same room, we figured that much out, and it's just the lights change. And then we found out there's more to it than that. The room seemingly turns? What the fuck? But then also the elevator seemingly turns? No, okay, the tower part, I'm like, okay, I can buy this. I can understand this one. It's a whole big fuck off scheme. But the elevator turning one, that one I'm not understanding, because Kazuichi's like, yeah, it pointed north the whole fucking time. It's like, that's, even though we know that it's not going up and down, so it should be moving some other direction. So what the fuck's going on with that? And I mentioned, hey, yeah, I'm taking a screenshot of the map for no fucking reason. There was a reason. And I was trying to fit it in paint, being like, okay, can I make the elevators match up and make this make sense? But also the tower makes sense? No, I can't. I moved it around and I tried. The only explanation is reality-altering bullshit.
Oh dear.
Which is plausible as far as I fucking know, with robotic teddy bears and robot people. I mean, we had pants people in the first game, so why the fuck am I surprised here? Jesus Christ.
Pants people!
So I don't know. I tried to see if I could figure something out with that. I'm sure it'll become important as we go through this trial. And I kind of wanted to get ahead of the game there. I could not get ahead of the game. I tried. Whatever bullshit's going on there, I could not map it. Or map it. Either or. It did not work. But, hey. Maybe they'll explain it. And if they don't, I'm just gonna be like, why the fuck you bring it up then? Let's find out.
There will be some explanation eventually.
I would fucking hope. Alright, it's time for this nonsense. Now, usually I look ahead to be like, hey, what skill do I want to buy from the fucking rabbit? This time I was just like, oh, right, I forgot to do that. So, let's see here. What do we got? We only have 5 hope fragments, so I can buy almost anything. There's only a few things that are costing 6, but most of these I don't care about. Extraordinary focus is not a bad choice. Increasing my focus gauge. Blossom thought. Yeah, I mean, actually, the time wallet has fucked us once. I don't remember why it happened, but it did fuck us once.
Wasn't that it was the Mikon one for the camera angle, I thought, right?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. That was several episodes ago.
Yes, too many.
Algorithm, it'll increase the memorizing speed for whenever, you know, bullshit happens. Or it's like, hey, use their statement to break another statement. Like, fuck you, game. Fuck you. Melodious voice increases damage dealt. I don't know how useful it is. Like, it sounds like, hey, yeah, you're doing more damage. That sounds fun. But I honestly don't know if that's very useful. Because we haven't really had a problem during the PPAs. I don't think, anyways. I don't think I've had a problem. Maybe you disagree. And then... Oh, damn it, this is one I was really considering, but it costs 6. So I wanted to have easier times with the sword game.
Would excellent blade help, maybe? So that one's open.
Yes, but it's less good. Like, it increases by 2, the fine sword increases by 5. And since I can't stack, I feel like, why bother getting excellent blade? You know? It's like, why? Fine sword is just better. And it's only 2 more. It's, nah, that ain't a good trade. Which also probably unfortunately means that, considering I'm going to be spending some here, I'm probably never going to get a total of 6 again. So I'm never going to get fine sword. But that's fine. Thinking on it, I think I'd rather have... Yeah, give me lost in thought. Alright, we got more time to do shit now. Although I could just wait a minute. I just noticed. I just fucking noticed.
That he was I thought you noticed that from the report card too.
Oh, I noticed this part. I noticed that the picture there. But I did not notice his little sprite changed. Now I have to check his house whenever this chapter ends and see what is on the door. I need to see his door now.
That's a good point.
Alrighty. With that, let's go ahead and add that new skill on. There we go. Wow, you just like... Skill points are not a problem in this game. They're just not. Maybe if I had actually focused on trying to get specific people done with their free times, and I would have more more skills. But I prefer the way I'm doing it, because I'm not just doing it to get skills. I'm doing those, you know, get to know the characters. And it's not interesting to just get to know one character at a time. And then, you know, I'll get almost done with one of them, and then they'll be dead. It's like, well, that was a waste of time. So, you know, kind of an annoying thing. Anyways, so, an intense survival game awaited at the funhouse. Right when everyone had their backs to the wall, Nekomaru was killed. Big ol' rip to our robot boy. The barrier to the final dead room has been broken, and the ultimate weapon rises from its deep sleep. Not that we know what it is. We'll find out.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Don't feel like we need it, but sure, go on.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Okay, Mikan has a unique X on her, but Peko didn't. Like, both Mikan and Teruteru have the unique designs. Like, Mikan's looks like they were bandages. Teruteru's was a fork and spoon, but Peko's just looked like a bigger X. I was expecting it to be crossed blades. And yes, I'm killing for time until we can see her again.
It's definitely supposed to be blades, but I mean, it's not supposed to be blades. It would be nice to have 2, but it's like something else. It's
what the hell?
Right, because there was the theory that it's like only killers have something different from what they would have on there.
Yeah.
But
she fucking killed.
Yeah, she definitely killed. Hers is supposed to be something else, but I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a sheath or something. But it looks very similar to Byakuya's.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's noticeable about it is that it is a larger X. Like, both parts of it are just larger. But I feel like it should have been swords.
It really should have. It was such a great opportunity for it.
I guess maybe it could be like her whole container, or maybe it is her bamboo sword and I just can't really tell because it's more of a rounded weapon than a traditional blade is.
It would still have the handle part, right?
Well, if they're only showing the blade, then no. Which would be the better way to do it. Including the handle will just take up too much space.
True. It's hard to tell.
Actually, you know what? look at the one on the right. Look at the top,
right?
of that.
Ooh.
That does kind of look like her thing. You just can't tell with the left part because it's covered over by the bandage. Or not bandage,
Fair
but
enough.
the, whatever you want to call that. Banner. Sure.
Mhm.
Ribbon. Call it the ribbon.
Ribbon.
Anyway, now that that mystery's been solved, although it does bother me that Mikan's is in more of a plus shape, but I guess also, you know, hospital plus. Sure, whatever. Bothers me though.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
I kind of want to theorize now about what the characters in the first team would have had for their exes. For the murderers. I mean, Leon is obviously going to be 2 baseball bats, right?
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go!
Would Mondos be Cobras?
Maybe.
'Cause wasn't the symbol for his gang a Cobra?
They were Crazy Diamond was their name.
Okay, so it was snakes, but not necessarily Cobras.
Maybe.
Well, I'm assuming it was snakes, because, you know, Diamondbacks.
Oh.
I mean, it could have just been his hair. I mean... And then Celeste, who the fuck knows with her? And Sakura, I guess her scar?
For it to be an X, I think what if they had hers be like the number 5 off of a dice?
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
I think that'd be
even
worth
just
it.
like I'm probably if there's a cross pattern on a deck of cards, I think they also had like the same. The 5 is the cross thing, so you can do like hearts or diamonds or some shit.
I think that, yeah, a card would probably make more sense.
Yeah, and then Sakura is just like her scar. Cause sure, why not?
Yeah,
I mean, it was a self-inflicted wound.
Yep.
Whoever
Oh, boy.
survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess
Ooh.
what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
All right, I'm down.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
If you aren't, then I'm not down.
Well,
I'm
you
here today
want to eat Monami, oh dear.
Because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm
again,
gonna be the
Monami
one
is
who
useless.
avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
Monami would be more useful as a snack than as a character.
Fair enough.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
Yeah, you know what we're actually here for?
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Oh my
Dear
god.
God, fucking, why do you exist?
Why, idiot? No.
Like, you could have been interesting, but then you were just like, I want princess. And that's all I care about. Like, dude, grow a personality.
Don't tell me you 3 were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
That's an interesting comeback. It's a very, it's like she understood what he was implying, but the way she responded to it was just like, never heard it referred to in such a way, but you know what?
Remember,
Gets the point across.
it's supposed
Oh, I
to
know.
imply that, you know.
that she's, you know, she has like the whole broken Japanese thing going on. But I still would never, woman with flexible legs. Holy shit. Okay.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the 3 of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Question.
Yes.
Who was standing in the standard room in Strawberry Hall?
Standard in Strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're trying to think.
I just had an interesting thought because our side specifically did not have anybody in that room.
That's right.
And you know, maybe there's paths like that. Standard to standard.
Oh, the
crappy to
passage.
crappy. Yeah. The passage that I'm assuming exists. It'd be a very convenient empty room.
It might be.
Thinking
Because
we
of
should
that,
at
I'm not-
least
because
find
he's in
some
it.
method to
fair,
communicate. We
yeah.
set our sights on the lounge telephone.
That's why I
I'm not-
asked you before I said why I was asking.
no,
No, I mean, I'm not. It's not strictly asking for an answer about the trial. It's like I have a question, but because I can't, I know it's not a bullet, so I can't
It's a
look
good
it up
way of
myself.
thinking of
and
it,
so
yeah.
it annoyed me. I was like, ooh, I could check my bullet. It's not gonna be one.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
I agree.
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Akane, I kind of feel like you would though.
Uh-oh.
Like if, for the right reason, I think Akane would be a brutal killer. Obviously, this is not that chapter though,
Yikes.
because she's not gonna kill her boyfriend.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
All right, Chiaki. All right.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Yes, like why is Nagito's hair like that?
It's in the way.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand.
Wow!
The weapon.
What the fuck, man? You're over here trying to be like she's the best girl in the world, and now you're calling her dumb as bricks.
God damn it. Katsuki.
Jesus! Please be the killer. Just so I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right? Huh? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... That would really be one of these? Alright. Alright.
Right into it.
Well, we gotta, I guess we gotta baby step these trials. There's a lot more billets than in the first game.
That's
The first game was
true.
like, oh, here's 3. Oh, this is a hard one.
I guess
Here's
we should
2.
figure out the
Now
weapon
it's like,
first.
here's 7. Like,
The
thanks.
weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Somebody's taking control here. The hammer of the tower was the weapon. Like he said, it looks like that's the case, but...
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the
I just wanted to see
hammer!
what the words were again.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense,
If it was
but...
unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I apparently need to read some things. There's only
I
2
guess we
statements,
should
and I'm just
figure out
like...
the weapon first.
What hit?
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
Nothing makes sense for proving
That's
the
right.
crap out of
It
them
was a
wrong, but
surprise
maybe...
beating.
Alright.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Alright, let's take a look at a few things. It doesn't look like it supports that he was beaten up or that it was a surprise. That wouldn't disprove. Okay, maybe it's supposed to be the new looking hammer, the fact that he was beat up. That makes sense, I guess.
No, the hammer!
Because it's new looking.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Okay, I was just thinking
No, that's wrong.
he does look like he was beat the crap out of, but I guess I'm just disproving the fact that it was the hammer. So I feel like the hammer should have
No,
been
I can't accept
Other
that
word,
that hammer was
whatever.
the murder weapon.
I get it, yeah.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
With what? And when?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Yes.
I mean, look at ya.
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it. But if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, it can only be the broken pillar.
I see.
Or Nekomaru's body. I should have.
The only thing with
Damn it.
oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
Well, Akade, because we all weak and it heavy.
We tried to move it, right?
The fact that she even tried that is just amazing to me. It's like, seriously?
I know, right? It's no use. It's barely budging.
Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So you're saying he killed himself?
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then
why'd you
Even if
suggest
Nekomaru
it?
could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Yeah, unless she's saying, oh, he swung it at somebody else, but then they blocked it and used it against him. No.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. What? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
Plus, they wouldn't tell us suicide if it was actually going to be that answer. Like, come on.
Right.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Yes, throwing him into it. But how are you going to do that?
Huh?
Interesting.
For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh no, last time this was about a serial killer. Oh
Oh
boy, here we go.
It's so adorable. I can't stand it.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonya, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar? Is that really it? No,
There's no
because
need
then
to
how
lift
would there
that
be
pillar.
fragments under him?
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
Yes. Rock, stone,
The pillar fragments
rubble.
were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Not just that, but the fucking pillar should have been on top of them.
Also true.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
Okay, but why?
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Well,
He's a
I
different
mean,
kind of lunatic.
I mean, let's be real. He always been a lunatic. He's just angry now.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Oh shoot, that was something I forgot to bring up.
Yeah?
I was trying to think, like, who would have the confidence and the daring to enter the final dead room risking their life? And I was like, just not Kazu. Like, I couldn't think, I was like, why? I was struggling to figure out, like, would Kazuichi, is he the type that would go in there? Because he seems like a little scaredy little shit. Maybe that's just how I voice him, I don't know. But he didn't seem to me like he had that kind of confidence.
No, he's definitely characterized like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of his uniform. He looks like a scary cat. So that's something that was slightly bothering me. Because the only one that really stood out to me that would do it would be Fuyuhiko. Gundam's whole thing, I think it's mostly just theatrics with him. I don't think he's, like, he doesn't really think that this is all Dark Devas and Hades and whatnot. It's just a show for him. It's a hook for people to hire him.
Main character syndrome.
Yeah. Drama kid syndrome.
That too.
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
That was the perfect thing for you to say before this happened.
Gundam, listen, man, listen. If we survive here and you don't go join with some Broadway performance group, you are wasting your life. Stop the breeding. Get on stage. That's clearly where you belong. My God.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
See, this is the shit that he does in each chapter. This is all he does. He throws out weird lines, confuses you, and makes you go like, you're a fucking loony. And that's all he does, every chapter. This is why I call him Sir Not Appearing in this game.
Sir, not appearing in this game. Oh my
He has
God.
had no impact outside of being a lunatic. I'm not saying I don't like him, but he has had he's meant nothing to the game. Truly.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
His answer's like,
Akane, smack him upside the head. Please, he needs it.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
And since... Kazuichi, you killed the wrong person if you were trying to get with Sonya. You really did. Because apparently Gundam's moved in on that territory.
Oh boy.
I see.
He went fucking red.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
No, we know why.
No, he doesn't realize it's the thing. He doesn't know what's going on, but we do.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
God damn it, Gundam.
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Can we please, like, put my mind at ease on this
The
one?
secret of the
'Cause I don't get this
funhouse?
part yet.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Oh, not me. I'm just a stepladder. It's fine. I'm allowed to be dumb now.
Oh.
Hey, I don't have to hold myself to high heights anymore. I can just be a dum-dum and sit in the corner and everything's fine.
That's not Hajime's thing at all, though.
Well, then he should have been better at life and not just been a reserve student.
Oh boy.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
I know the secret. It's not fun.
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
That's surprisingly correct.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
God.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Oh, there's something else something about the map. I was able to find one way where the elevators and the towers actually did connect perfectly.
You did?
Yes, but it involved putting both houses literally on top of each other.
What the heck?
The hallways are the same length according on the map, and then on the elevator door it matches up place to place when you do that, and tower door to tower door matches up perfect. Well, I mean, like, the entrance of both towers matches up to the entrance when you stack them on top of each other. Not like strawberry door. You know what I mean?
Not really.
We'll get there. But it was like, but that means the two rooms are literally in the same place, and that would be reality spatial bullshit, which was the only answer I could come up with for how things connect. Also, Hatsumi found contradictory evidence. I didn't read that line. Strange feeling. Gee, I wonder if that's the answer. Let's read what that one says before we begin. No, you can shut up, Kazuichi. We don't care about you right now. Regardless of whether you enter this tower from the Great Hall, Strawberry Hall, the placement. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the answer.
Are actually the exact same place.
Yep, kind of, maybe.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Well, we knew that.
Is that
but
really
clearly
it?
not it.
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Oh my god, Akane.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
Akane!
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
And you're not Brock. This whole time we've been thinking the two towers are the same building, but that was the only mystery? There's no way Nagato would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and are actually the exact same place.
No, that's wrong! Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Your
What?
kingdom destroyed my homeland?
That's news to me.
Wait, what? Are we a JRPG now? I mean, I did send you that list of tropes. That's on there.
Oh my gosh.
The kingdom is always evil. The hero grows up in a small hometown, and it usually gets destroyed by the evil kingdom. Sonia is the Sonia is
Mastermind?
Yeah, that was the word I was trying to think of, and I couldn't think of it. So I was just gonna say Sonia is Juko and be like, it makes sense in my head, but I know it's not right.
God, now imagine her hair in like the big.
She's already got the
big
bow.
Stop it.
No,
Stop.
no,
I'm telling you to stop.
I refuse. Sonia is evil. We know this now. Look, she's trying to make you forget by saying yes. Never mind.
Oh, you okay? Now stop that. Stop that as well. You son of a.
Son of a never mind.
I cannot click forward. Do not make me drive over there and click the damn mouse for you.
I would like to see you try.
I will do it one day.
No, you won't.
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
And you're not a captain of the guard.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
He's not even a squire.
He fucking wishes. He's a stable boy at best.
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Okay, so now I can kind of explain what I was talking about with the map here. So so when I was trying to figure this out, I took Strawberry Hall and I rotated it. I flipped and rotated it so that the hallway matches up with both hallways. Okay, they're not quite the same length, but it's still, you can still match up the left door and the right door. Well, the entrance for both doors can be lined up, but also the elevator can be in the exact same place when you do it this way.
Okay.
It was weird. It was the only thing that made any remote sense, but it also makes absolutely no sense. But maybe we'll find out.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
Which was my first thought until we got the line about the elevators being weird.
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Hi there.
I will not.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
What?
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower?
And the pillar?
But we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Well.
Then Monokuma did it.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be a little bit more believable. But also the pillar.
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
Piece for piece.
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
And the debris?
Just like if there's no bread, let them eat cake.
Okay, well, now you're starting to get scary with that one.
No.
We don't need no Antoinette here.
Celeste already dropped it last game.
There are many different ways. The body
Yeah, I
and the
want
pillar
that
could have
sharp
been moved.
visibility.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
And I decree you have no power here.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprised wielding the power of the pillar, the
God
body,
damn it.
everything that he could have moved
Ah,
it all. Easy as
fuck.
pie.
I right-clicked again. Like every fucking time I right-clicked.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is
Ah,
surprised
yeah,
wielding the
that's all.
power
Wait,
of
no,
the
wrong game.
futuristic Robo-Bear.
Futuristic
The pillar,
Robo-Bear!
the body, everything at the crime scene.
Okay, I feel like the pillar fragments was an acceptable answer here, game, but okay. Fine.
Crap!
We'll go find a different statement.
What was
It
her
seems
line
you have
that she said?
forgotten.
It was like the something, the everything.
Monokuma is
It was an
surprisingly strong.
No, like her, like when you got it wrong, her answer
Wielding
was
the
like, that's
power
an
of the
odd
futuristic
assumption of an
Robo-Bear.
apple. I'm like, what?
Oh,
The
I don't-
pillar, the
okay. The pillar, the body, everything. I feel like the fragments fits there, but whatever.
There's something that
Broken
fits more.
doorknob
he
there.
could have moved it all. Easy as pie.
Too slow.
shoot.
Damn.
Damn
All
it.
right. Well, I mean,
There are many different ways.
okay, yeah. I was just testing the theory if I could
The
slash
body and the
while
pillar
doing
could have been
pull
moved.
it
The
and
pillar
turn off.
could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by. I decree it was Monokuma's
Good thing
doing.
there's no penalty for missing. Okay, now that we're here.
There is.
Well,
Moving
not
the body
in
and the
gentle,
pillar in
there's
such
not.
a short time.
Well, what did you think
That
sharpness
might be
meant?
hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Sharpness isn't like how
It
strong the
seems you
blade
have
is, how it
forgotten.
adds to your cuts on the bottom.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
I remember I had limited.
The
cuts.
pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Okay, now hold. I want to see what she says. It's something. That is an odd apple of an. That is an odd apple of an assumption. There's no way I can understand what you are saying. Okay, that's
You're
a
the
line.
one that was talking about flexible legs.
I am not some apple with flexible legs.
It seems you have forgotten.
Fucking hope not.
Monokuma is surprisingly
Hmm.
strong. Wielding up the pillar, the body,
well.
everything at the crimes.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I still feel like all three of my answers were technically correct.
Moving the
But,
body
you know.
and pillar is
Well, the
possible.
first two you could still
It would have
technically
been
pick up with your
impossible to
hands.
move the oil on the floor.
Ah, but would you be able to put every little piece of roll back in the exact same place? No. Both of them. That's where I felt both of them.
Huh?
I don't argue with the correct answer, but I do argue there are more answers.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
We right?
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Yeah, it's like you actually had a purpose for once.
Oh!
Hey, at least it's better than Gundam.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
I was about to say, who do you think she is, Gundam?
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
I mean, I did call out that the two of them have had the least impact on the game out of everyone so far.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
Also, the pattern of the oil being the exact same would, kind of poke a hole in that too.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
A tear in space-time.
Yikes.
That's all I got.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Who is sick and tired of handing out clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
Monami's
then it
still like
wouldn't mean
over sweating
anything.
in the background.
Oh,
I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
wow. That's a thing.
It is, right? I didn't
Huh.
realize the sprite was just that ongoing.
Yep.
Yep.
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Someone pass me a Gatorade, please. There's nothing. I'm getting all my hydration out, please.
All I got is water, and it's mine.
No, I know you guys had a Gatorade discussion last episode.
Yeah,
So
and
freaking help.
when my Gatorade is empty, I fill the bottle with water.
Even that's better. Hand it over.
No, it's mine. Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret? Could we be talking about Monokuma Tai Chi? No.
I see! You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
Yeah, he found a few things.
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
We're all hooked up to machines. We're inside of a simulation. Come on, let it pay off.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
I don't... You really should, because I'm not sure what the fuck this means.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room.
Okay.
But don't you think it's weird?
I mean, yeah, I don't remember that many trees, but yeah.
If the
I know, the
funhouse's
trees is
structure
super
is what
weird.
you guys
I'm
have
gonna
been
say that right
thinking,
now.
Yeah, the trees are kind of throwing me off.
then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
I'd have to see the map again, Nagito, to know. Lots of things. That shouldn't make sense in this picture?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Thinking time.
The tutorial lied to me. Nope, okay, Nagito's got his own game here. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Well, I can tell you what doesn't make sense. All of this. All of this. Also, I'm assuming the answer is this. It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not an answer at all, don't you? Oh, it's what's on the opposite side of the tower. In fact, there's something else.
Here! If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Alright, and I just wanted to see what happens if I click the trees.
Here!
Yes.
Not for the reason you think.
You
I'm
said this
sure.
photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call.
I mean, to be fair, the first floor of Strawberry House could just be the 7th floor of the Funhouse. And like floors 7, 8, and 9 are Strawberry House 1, 2, 3. In fairness.
Interesting.
It's kind of like how, you know, in the city, a street will have a name on one side, but then you drive further down along it and all of a sudden has a different name. But it's still the same place.
Kind of,
In
yeah, I kind of
summary,
understand.
this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
That's
yes.
Gundam, you're probably closer than you actually think you are.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Shut the hell up.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time in that one place? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even get here? Maybe I teleported?
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Boy, it should be nice if I had the capability to have known that.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint figuring out the mystery behind the Fence's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's go. But what words did they want from me? Oh good, it's Logic Tide, thank God. Oh, I thought it was gonna be Hangman.
Oh god.
I was like, I don't know fucking what word they want from me in fucking Hangman. Button, which button is it? No, not that one. This one. I was like, how do I go fast again? I don't remember.
How do? How do?
How fast? How do fast? Woo. Oop. Reminds me a lot of the snowboarding minigame from Final Fantasy VII. Except, you know, it's actually snow and not digital. The Strawberry House and Grape House both exist. Well, yes. Because otherwise, how could we be in them? Like, that's
maybe for certain time periods we don't exist. Oh, I guess I was wrong.
I mean, maybe it's all a simulation, and therefore none of this exists. Ooh. Okay. Well, now you're being a bitch.
A bitch specifically. Okay.
Oh! Okay. Are they the same building or the two different buildings? They are the same building. One is on top of the other.
You were saying it earlier, and I'm like, gosh darn it, you figured it out.
I mean, it's the only thing that made sense. But at the same time, didn't. Because I wasn't thinking of them being, like, literally on top of each other. I was thinking, like, occupying the same space. But clearly, the part I was missing is that the tower, the floor is actually rising and lowering. I'm assuming at this point. They're positioned vertically. That threw me off because that's how I expected the question to be worded. Like, what? What do you mean? Oh. I always want to go spiraling at that point. Does it let me spiral?
It's all coming together. I got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where is Strawberry House is located? Above.
I see!
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Well, there's also fake walls. Not that has anything to do with
Strawberry
it,
House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
It's kind of like when you play Betrayal at House on the Hill, and the top floor is always a different shape from the bottom floor.
So true.
It bothers me so much. Like, like in universe, it bothers the piss out of me. God.
I know what you're saying.
I always
feel
think
it.
just like, what would this house look like
and
in
a
reality?
hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
And I
it worked,
nearly
didn't it?
figured it out. I nearly did.
Disregarding the
Close.
tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
I still want to know how you get from Strawberry to Grape without the elevator or the tower. So we don't know that.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
It's an elevator.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I love that she's giving him no respect. Like, just that alone is making her rise in the ranking.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
God, now I'm gonna have to fucking read the file again. Damn it, game. Also, oh, okay. Well, I thought I had time. Cool, thanks. Alright, let's see what he has to say, 'cause I'm not sure which thing we're going with here. And it might be one of those,
Then
see
hurry
the
up,
word.
dumbass!
One of the
Dumbass.
bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
Jesus Christ. A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible? Nah.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
What is it?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Okay, reading
It
through
should be
this one
possible
does
to
look a
construct a
little
dummy
weird.
from spare parts.
Yeah.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spot.
I
So
think
which
it'll
one?
involve
Shut
you
up, just
need to
pick
reread one
them.
of them.
Great.
I'm gonna.
Okay, let's see if I remember what all the options are. I think wire was one of them, which doesn't make sense here. The goodnight button doesn't really make sense either. I remember everything. I think chain one of it? I understand the history of the chain now. That was a different door. That makes sense. Broken door now. This one I'm kind of wondering about this one.
How does that fit into the dummy argument?
Right. So the next best thing I was thinking was the pillar, because again, they'd also have to double the pillar, and that's what the people are thinking about.
You have to. There's another one you need to look at.
Hurry up, dumbass!
File the goodnight button.
One of the bodies in one of the top.
Let's see here. File. Seven Grape Tower. Blah blah blah. Doesn't look like it'd be that. Yeah, I feel like it's strange feeling with that.
Was actually a dummy.
You fired.
I had the wrong one loaded. God damn it! That doesn't count against me.
I'm gonna solve this mystery.
That's all. That's of the game.
And hurry up!
One of the bodies was actually
it didn't
a
count
dummy.
against me, game.
No, that's wrong. Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Huh? Me?
Don't you love when you disprove somebody with something they already said? It's like, but didn't you say this? So how?
Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
No, not just that. The parts that I care for the arrangement I just said, but the body I'll move too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
That's a fair point. Until you also remember about the pillar.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's all right. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Oh, don't tell me that.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Well, yeah, to make it look like he didn't break it.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Wow. There is some hidden sass in there. A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building? Get ready for some hangman. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Alright, if it's not elevator, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? It's a fucking elevator. Okay, looks like it fits. No, I don't want O's. Go away. I don't want A's either. I mean, maybe later, but not right now. You guys go away. Listen. Thank you. Oh, I don't want more L's. Haha. Fuck you, Hangman!
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
To trick you.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower?
To trick you.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Just the doors are only on the walls, they're not part of the floor.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
But then it's harder to talk shit. For example, Kazuichi is a little bitch.
What did you say?
Like I said, Kazuichi's a little bitch.
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved within the elevator. So the one thing these all have in common is that they are all on the floor. So I was like, okay, it's gotta be something on the floor. I was like, wait a minute, I don't see it on the answer. Oh god, thank god, there it is. I would have been very confused otherwise. Like,
Yikes.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator. Only the floor moves.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Yeah, I think that's confirmed.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Ew.
Nope. What? Nope.
Nope.
There's
No.
way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Well, like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... Seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall is a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Oh yeah.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Yes.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Get back,
You
Kazuichi.
said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Well, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. You know, like an elevator. I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. Curb, what does this mean?
Xantok, what does this mean?
I don't know. After he started mentioning the left and right, I was like, ah, fuck, he's right. I don't know.
Hey, can someone tell me what this means?
If the two areas are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses, but in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. I never took note of the position of the elevator. I had to admit that part.
Oh no.
And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Doggy toe! Help! Ah, Jesus. Look at all these accounts I gotta read.
No.
Ah, good friggin' Christ. Alright. Akane, you heard a rumbling. You're useless. Fujiko, you're useless. Kazuichi. Okay, it's that one.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
I know, right? It's weird.
Why did you have to give that face for that one though, Kazuichi?
I know, right? It's weird.
I know, right? It's weird.
So Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
Hey, look, Kazuichi, I'm using your argument to prove Gundam wrong. You should be happy
The
about
elevator
this.
wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Which is a wacky-ass elevator.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that,
Holy
the
crap.
tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
He right. He right.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
The frustration. It's like,
You like-
oh, it's like, oh my god. It's like, we can't say this. We're just like, oh my, I can't believe it. Deals you fuckers at right now.
It was great.
That was
delivery.
great.
Oh my
As
god.
long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? This is a question. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's a question.
I see.
I think it's still called an octagon
If
in
I recall, an octagon
Japanese
is a shape
version,
with
maybe?
8 sides, right?
I didn't
know.
expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Shut up.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon. I mean, nothing else is 8 cents.
Crap!
Think about it a little bit of a different way.
Is this supposed to be the final dead room?
No, that's the elevator.
Okay, well. What? What?
You're gonna click it and you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, because it's not...
Crap! Crap! Crap!
Okay, would you like me to help?
I want it to be not a present. I don't want a present. Oh. Thought that's what he just called that little room.
Okay.
That was just like a dumb name that didn't make sense. But nothing is 8-sided. Also, wow, you can kind of break the whole timer thing just by sitting on this screen. So I was thinking, okay, maybe the tower is just like they're just showing its circle. I didn't remember what the inside of it really looked like, if it was side or not. So it's like, yeah, maybe that makes sense. But no. Nothing... Checking all the empty space.
That's the hall.
Crap!
I feel like I've clicked on everything. Okay, it's at 10 seconds.
Okay, so we are at a weird spot here, and this is definitely something that has bugged people before. So, when you're clicking, you're thinking about it from the shape sense, right?
Yes.
Okay. I know we have 10 seconds, but my prompt for it is try to think of it from the sense of how we already know it exists in the funhouse. So, where possibly would the octagon be? Not thinking of the shape, but the room that Nagito is actually in.
Strawberry house.
Do you have that map that you took a screenshot of?
No, I got rid of it because I couldn't figure the puzzle out.
Well, okay, so from the first floor of Strawberry House, you've got the big hall area and the final dead room being the actual escape room part.
Yeah.
And when you left the escape room, you found yourself in another room.
Yeah.
That was not accounted for on the on that map.
Right.
Because if they accounted for that room, you would see, oh, it's already an octagon. What the heck? Not an octagon, a hexagon to match the grape floor. So this room, if you think about it, if
it's the empty space to either the left or the right.
If you want to go ahead and try clicking that.
Well, can I click either one? Because I have 10 seconds.
Click the right one.
Okay.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Here!
Yep.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Oh, fuck you!
Yep, there you are. I knew you'd be mad.
Fuck that. That's some bullshit.
That's basically the gist of it. The true
Don't hurt
identity
me.
of
I
the
didn't create
octagon
this.
is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Alright, that's not an answer I would have expected. I was thinking, you know, when they were getting to, oh yeah, you've seen it. We all have. I was like, oh, you mean like, is it the wire? They just strung up Nekomaru and then had his neck pulled off and the elevator moved? That's kind of where I was going with it.
Around his neck, aye.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
Okay, we're going back to this.
Here we go.
You had your moment of lucidity, and now it is gone. You must have run out of potatoes.
Good lord.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse, the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? All that and more in our next episode!
Next time on Danganronpa.
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monokuma.
I can already tell I won't be pleased by this.
Then let me say it right away.
I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word.
Monokuma is a serious stuff athlete.
Well, that's much more straightforward than I expected. Stuffatly, huh?
No. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stuffatly!
Huh?
What? There's a fat hidden in there?
I mean, it's
The only word that's
easiest
actually
part
spelled
that's
out.
actually noticeable, so how the fuck did you not notice? Dum-dum.
My
You
God,
really are
'cause it's
Stuffatly.
Monokuma.
Jesus.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monokuma is a serious Stuffatly.
Good lord, Monokuma. Why?
Yeah, that's what everybody asks to everything that he does.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, at least we know the mystery of the funhouse now.
We
and
do.
the ultimate weapon.
You guessed it early.
I
well,
did
well,
not.
you the structure.
Okay, I knew there was something wrong with the structure. I didn't have it completely right. I definitely had the ultimate weapon wrong.
You said they were on top of each other. I'm like,
I mean, I said they were on top of each other, but I didn't think about how the elevators were wrong.
oh, right.
I mean, I guess technically the elevator's not wrong. It's sort of wrong. Yeah, it is.
Me.
Reality shifting weirdness.
Right.
I get half credit. I give myself half credit.
Fair enough.
But hey, we'll see what happens in the next one when we finally find out who the killer is and if I'm right on that one or not. I'm kind of hoping I'm in for a few reasons. I just want him gone. But,
Right.
You know, yeah. Nothing has really changed my mind. Chiaki's saying, "Oh no, he didn't do it." That made me go, "Wait, but wait, but
Wasn't that the attempt with Mikon last trial?
well, that was everybody going like, how could such a sweet person do this?" This is Chiaki going, "But why would Kazuichi fix it if he was the killer?" Well, he didn't really want to fix the button. And he probably didn't really want to fix the elevator, but the others told him to. And if he didn't, that would have been sus. That's kind of where I'm going with it.
Ooh.
Yeah. But, yeah. Next episode. See you all then. Bye!
Bye-bye.